guys? Welcome back to Every Day Ignition 1991. I'm PJ, same as last week. I am PJ who definitely needs to shower and shave right now. Ready for bed, not looking my best, but here I am. So let's see. A lot's happened in this last week. Sunday, we had the 1 week ago today's Sunday, we had the shooting in Las Vegas. That brings a lot of emotions forward. Brings a lot to think about. It's one of those things I've just kind of been deep in thought about. We have a lot of shootings today, and it's a very sad thing. I would definitely encourage you to, I know that this is a generic thing that everyone says, but how many times, when somebody was gone, if you've ever lost somebody, how many times when they're gone do you say, oh, I just wish I had spent more time with that person. I wish I had talked to them more. I wish I had told them I love them. Make sure that if there's people in your life that you love, make sure you tell them that you love them. Make sure that you're communicating that to them, because they may not be here. You never know when something like this is going to happen. Those people at that concert thought for sure that they were safe, and then that happened. So a lot to think about, a lot to make sure you're saying prayers for the families and everything, because there's a lot of people who were connected to all of those people going through so much right now, and it's hard to imagine. Be there for people. Be emotionally available. The world would be a better place if people would just be good friends. In fact, did you know that if people were just great friends all the time, the demand for counselors, social workers of a certain variety would completely go away? If people would just be good friends, it would just be better. So be a good friend. Look for areas in your life that you might be struggling being a friend, and just be there. We live in such a great day and age now for being a good friend and staying in touch with someone you never see, because we have cell phones. We really do. We have technology. Just shoot them a text. You don't have to start a conversation. You might start a conversation. Just text them and say, hey. I do that a lot. I'm not saying, oh, you should try because I'm wanting to try. I actually do. My friends Bryce, Kyle, Mike, I don't ever get to see these guys, so I always try to stay in touch with them. Not every day, but it's at least even once or twice a week, just send them a text message just to say hi. It really does make a big difference. I think you'd be surprised, and you never know what you never know what it leads to. You never do. So yeah, that was just devastating, but it should be a reminder to us that we need to be available, help out, and reach out. Those are priorities that we need to take into consideration, because those are things that people really struggle with. That's something we should definitely be focused on. Then also this week we lost Tom Petty. There's a funny story. I've been to see Stevie Nicks 5 times. 4 times solo, and 1 time with Fleetwood Mac when they were doing the On With The Show tour when Christine came back. And so this past time was her 24 Karat Gold tour with the Pretenders. And what's really funny, it's very funny, so Chrissy Hynde and the Pretenders opened for Stevie Nicks. And I was really surprised, because I'm like, how is Stevie Nicks gonna sing Stop Dragging My Heart Around solo? In all the concerts I've seen her in, she's never done that one. And she starts singing Stop Dragging My Heart Around. This is November of last year, so almost a year ago now. And it was my dad, my mom, me, and my friend Sean, who you met a couple of months ago. We were up in Mackinac camping at Wilderness State Park. You got to meet him then. And Anyways, so we're sitting there in the audience at Stevie Nicks, and she's singing Stop Dragging My Heart Around, and her guitar player, Waddy Wachtel, is doing Tom Petty's part. But then out of nowhere, Chrissy Hyatt has really big blonde hair, and well, just blonde hair in general. You know, it glows in the light. There was like a stage light behind her when she came out, so she comes out, and of course I'm thinking it's Tom Petty. You know, this would not have surprised me in the slightest, especially, you know, like we went to see her at the Palace of Auburn Hills, which is in Auburn Hills, Lake Orion, in the Oxford area, but it's Detroit, basically. To a lot of people, it's Detroit. But I thought for sure Tom Petty had just come out on stage. And I grabbed my mom, and I'm like shaking. Mom, it's Tom Petty! It's Tom Petty! It's so funny. But it was not. It was Chrissy Hyatt. And it was still a good performance. So I got the news last week on Monday that he had gone into cardiac arrest and was just barely hanging on. And I found out about the time that the police had retracted their statement saying he had died because they couldn't confirm it. The LAPD had retracted their statement because for some reason they had any reason to believe that he was already gone. But by the next morning he was gone, and it's devastating. I love some of his music. I've been a fan of Tom Petty. Like, I love mostly all of his music, actually. I don't know why I just said some. I have been a fan of Tom Petty since 2007. Probably like November, December of 2007, because I remember the first time I really listened to him, we were on a family road trip up to Mackinac. So, and that was 10 years ago. So anyways, I remember we're listening to his greatest hits CD, and I remember my sister Sarah and I in the van in the morning singing along to I Need to Know. And she once she went off to college, which was only like last year, and she's in her sophomore year right now, she was in the car with me a little bit ago, and she had her Spotify playlist on, and there was some Tom Petty in there. There was some songs we used to listen to when we were younger, you know, some of my favorite songs, even some of Dad's favorite songs, and there was some Tom Petty in there. And if you go back and watch the video, the Green Bay Part 1, the Green Bay trip Part 1, there is, when we're crossing the Mackinac Bridge and coming up to the toll booths, we're singing You Got Lucky by Tom Petty, or Good Little Lovin' as my dad calls it. And this is before he died, of course. This was a couple months. And my sister is singing along as we're coming up to the toll booth at the Mackinac Bridge, and her voice sounded so pretty singing along to the song. And I don't remember hearing it, even though I was driving and she was sitting in the passenger seat next to me making the video. It was, that was kind of neat because it was something she remembered from her childhood. That was just cool to me, you know. It was a song she remembered me listening to and my dad listening to. And then it was just kind of sad once Tom was gone, you know. That's a memory. Of course, one of the things that really turned me into a Tom Petty fan was the fact that sometimes I looked at his music videos and just went, huh? What? My favorite Tom Petty song and music video is Don't Come Around Here No More. Be sure to go check that one out. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you should definitely go check it out. Let's see what else has been going on. Yeah, that's really about it. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't. So for those of you who don't know how YouTube works, we create channels. What you do is your account, you can upload videos. It's called your channel. Your YouTube account is called your channel. Some people upload them, some people don't. A lot of people do like to have them even if they don't upload videos. So below this video, if you like this and you want to keep following me, which I hope you do, of course, you'll look below the video screen and there is a red button that says subscribe. You'll hit subscribe and then you'll see a little picture of a bell just right next to it. And you're going to want to click that bell so that you keep getting notifications. You'll know whenever I upload a new video, and you can keep up with me on my life. And of course, do not forget to hit the like button. There's a like and a dislike button, like a thumbs up, but then one's a thumbs down. Be sure to hit the thumbs up because these videos get more seen by the more people who like them. So I'm still working on building my YouTube family. I have 29 awesome subscribers. who frequently watch my videos and are frequently present. So that's always exciting, of course. And for those of you who are new, welcome. Yeah. YouTube is just one of my ways that I reach out to people and I talk to people, and holy cow, do I look bad right now. It looks, oh my gosh. I need to take a shower right after this for sure. But YouTube is like my way that I really reach out to people and talk, and I love meeting new people. I love learning about people's lives. I follow lots of vloggers. You know, I've talked a lot about some from the past. You can see their links are in the description below. I always leave you links to other vlogs so that you can see what other people are doing. You can get to know other people, because that's what Ignition 1991 is all about. It's all about meeting people, talking to people, and sharing your life, sharing your adventure with someone you might not meet in your everyday life. And it's about putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, talking. I mean, anybody can open this video, you know. Anybody might disagree with something I've said, you know. It can happen. It seems unreal because, you know, like in my day-to-day life, I'm not disagreed with on a daily basis, but it can happen. So definitely jump on board. Would love to have you. If you do not have a YouTube account, first off, if you have Gmail and if you have a Google account, you already have a YouTube account. Go into YouTube. Up at the top right, it will say sign in, and then just enter all your Gmail information, your username and password, and then you can like and subscribe to channels and videos and all sorts of other stuff. That's the cool thing about Gmail accounts and Google accounts, is because you really can, in fact, do a lot with them. It's one account, all of Google, anything Google related, you're in. So definitely do that. And do not forget to subscribe and like, and also leave a comment. Love to hear from you. I always leave comments on my favorite vloggers videos, and I always make sure I like them so that they know I saw it and I liked it and I was there. So yeah, be sure to do that, guys. So I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Not much. Oh, I've started running again. I'm doing really good. Like, I took a night off tonight just because we had a big dinner right after I got home from work at 3 o'clock, and I'm not I just ate a lot, and I just decided that, you know, maybe I'll just take a night off, just chill for a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But my strides are getting great. I've created a great playlist. I ran cross country and track in high school, so yeah, I did 4 years of cross country and 3 years of track, and I still love to run. In fact, I'm better, and I have a better attitude about it than I did back then. My attitude in high school was not anywhere close to what it is today. Like, it's nowhere close. So yeah, that's another thing I'm doing, and I'm really proud of it. I'm working on eating a lot healthier. This is one of those things that I have to keep retraining myself. Alright, there it is, guys. Cooking fish on an open fire.
From Gitchy Goomy.
From Gitchy Goomy. So some of this is from Lake Superior and some of this is from Lake Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Out of where?
Arcadia.
All right.
The luscious, gorgeous, fabulous
That's fine. Plates. We thought we'd just sit out here since it's so nice.
Yeah. Fish and potatoes. Where's the salmon? Wow, this is really nice.
Hey, bud. that, don't you? Yeah. And the flop. He's always scratching his face up against stuff. So when I scratch right there, I can tell he loves it. And he'll move his head to let me know where he does and does not want to be petted. The other morning he stuck his chin out just like this, letting me know that's where he wanted to be scratched. He's 13 years old now, so he's got life pretty figured out. He knows what he wants. And exactly how to tell us he wants it. Oh yeah. Hey guys, so showered, shaved, and I look much better. Right now I'm just laying here on the couch with my cat. And just doing some stuff on the computer. So thanks for watching Every Day Ignition 1991. And I will see you for this segment next week. Be sure to check out my vlog this Thursday, which will be the continuation of the Dearborn vlog. So take care. Bye.